Welcome back, everyone. In today's video, we're going to initiate coverage on Nintendo stock, ticker symbol NTDOY, and they trade on the OTC markets. Their current price is $43.55. Now check it out. My mission on this channel, guys, is to give you every tool you need to outperform the stock market year after year. So go ahead and subscribe now so you don't miss any content. So the first thing I want to talk about in this video, guys, is just how incredibly bullish I am on the video gaming industry, okay? I actually made a video about where I made a video game portfolio. Nintendo is definitely in it, so I'm going to go ahead and put a link up here at the top of the page if you want to go back and watch that video. I'm very, very bullish on the video game market. So I'm, Sony, Microsoft, and especially Nintendo, all three of these consoles, guys, they're going to the next generation. They're going to keep performing. I was thinking about it the other day. Nintendo is the only product that I still currently use that I used when I was like 4 or 5 years old. Nintendo has thrived on great branding, great products, going all the way back to when I was a child. It's always with Mario, Zelda, Metroid, and all these great games, it made up such a big part of my childhood and now even my adulthood, even with my children, to see my children still enjoying the same Mario characters that I did. That's a cool experience to have. Nintendo's big focus in the gaming market, guys, has always been fun factor, okay? Always has been replayability and fun factor. These games are made to be played endlessly and passed down from generation to generation. These games will be with us forever. So in this video, I do kind of want to clue you in on why I am so bullish on this company, and also the great opportunity that was just given to all American traders. Actually earlier today is when I heard news about this. Let's get into that now. So if you live here in the United States and you use an American broker, the only traditional way you could buy shares of Nintendo stock was through the OTC markets, okay? So you're usually going to get charged up a little bit on your trade commission, and there's this big kind of associated risk that goes with OTC stocks. But in my opinion, you're just playing a Japanese company through an American market. I feel very safe doing it. I felt very safe doing it even when it wasn't OTC stock. However, today the game just got took to a new level. So Robinhood Broker has added hundreds of new stocks to its trading app, 250 global stocks to its trading platform, and one of those happens to be Nintendo, okay? So if you don't already have a Robinhood account, guys, I'm gonna have one down in my description box, and I'll also have a link down in my comment section that you can click on, and you will receive one free share of stock if you sign up for Robinhood. So make sure you're taking advantage of that. So over the past 5 years, guys, I can't say there has been a whole lot better investments than Nintendo. Okay, so 5 years ago, roughly, this was a $12 to $13 per share stock. Some, you could have bought shares at 11, even some into the 10s. And now, like I said, it's up over $40 a share. And right here in looks like early 2018, this was actually a $57 to $56 stock. So you could have made almost a 500% return on this position 5 years ago. Now we are in a little bit of a pullback now. The stock has pulled back quite a bit. That's why I consider this such a great buying opportunity, because it's not an organic pullback. It's not due to company performance. It's just due to the lag in the Japanese market right now. So being that Nintendo is on the OTC market, that does mean they don't report to the SEC here in the United States. So there is some metrics that are not available. You're going to have to dig deeper into your fundamental research on. But let's go over here. That's a $41 billion market cap. Now that's just the American holding, okay? The Japanese holding is up closer to $200 billion. But just the American holding through the OTC commission, guys, $41.99 billion. That's incredible. America has so much support for Nintendo. They have about a 30 trailing PE, which I'm good with that. I have no problems there. Nobody is shorting this stock. This is not a stock that gets shorted very often. It has very, very low percentage of float on it. Profit margin's good. Operating margin's good. Obviously, those aren't as good as Microsoft. You know, if you're going to compare, you know, strictly gaming companies to one another, I think Nintendo is a lot more profitable as a gaming company, but Microsoft would probably win the overall battle because they're such a diversified company. But still, a 13% profit margin, a 17% operating margin, and then a 7% return on assets and 11.7% return on equity. Fantastic. This company holds a lot of cash, and like I said, guys, this is just the American holding. The Japanese holding is much more impressive than this. I also want to point this out too, guys. Nintendo does pay a dividend, and you will receive that even if you hold the stock with a OTC exchange. However, if you buy it through Robinhood, you're not going to pay any commission, and you're still going to receive the 1.55% dividends. So that's another great reason to get involved with Nintendo right now. So just to show how much support we have here in the United States for Nintendo, guys, is, you know, Goldman Sachs has reiterated their buy rating on Nintendo and Sony amid this Chinese license issue. Okay, so Goldman Sachs come out here about a week or so ago, and mentioned that to basically ignore the freeze on Chinese game licensing and continue buying Sony and Nintendo stock. Goldman Sachs is one of the biggest banks in the world, probably the best investment bank in the world. So that was very, very bullish news to hear. And also, guys, this is news we're getting a whole lot. This really doesn't even surprise me, but video game sales continue to climb for the third straight month, and Nintendo is obviously going to be one of the biggest benefactors from that. You know, in my opinion, you know, moving forward to the next 5 to 10 years, I just can't tell you how bullish I am on video gaming and VR. So it all starts, in my opinion, with Microsoft, Nintendo, and Sony. You know, stick with those companies and diversify between all three of them, but definitely get Nintendo in your portfolio. To me, Nintendo is a no-brainer, guys. You definitely want it in your portfolio. I'm rating Nintendo stock a strong buy, and I'm going to give them a $100 price target, and I'm going to give them about 3 years to get there. So I'm basing a lot of this on the overall health of the Japanese market. Obviously, always keep that in consideration, but on the strength of the Japanese market, which again I'm also very confident about, I feel very comfortable giving Nintendo a $100 price target in about 3 years. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Make sure to hit that like button, leave me a comment, and don't forget about Robinhood. Go ahead and get your shares of Nintendo through the Robinhood broker, guys. 0 commission trading. It doesn't get any better than that. So have a great day and happy investing.